ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ súnmọ́ bí tẹ wá gbọ́ ìwà tí ọ̀dà tí bàbá Tinubu wù. Bàbá Tinubu ẹ ṣe ìjọba yín dá o. Ìjọba yín kò dùn mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà nínú o, àgàgà wa Yorùbá. Bàbá Tinubu ìjọba tẹ̀ ń ṣe kò dùn mọ́ wa nínú o. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ súnmọ́ bí kẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí ó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Mo ní ohun kan tí mo fẹ́ play fún wa. Ohun tí mo fẹ́ play fún wa yìí ẹ wá gbọ́ bí àwọn èèyàn ti ń fi Abacha wọ́n fi ń wé bàbá Tinubu. Kódà wọ́n ń sọ wípé ìjọba Abacha ó dáa ju ìjọba bàbá Tinubu lọ. Tó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmọ́ ibi tó kọjú sáwọn nìyẹn. Ibi tó bá kọjú sẹ́yìn náà ẹ jẹ́ ká rí lábẹ́ comment. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló rí? Ṣé bó tó rí nìyẹn? Ṣé lóòótọ́ ìjọba Abacha ó dáa ju ìjọba bàbá Tinubu lọ? Tó bá dáa jù lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká rí lábẹ́ comment. Tó bá wá dáa jù lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká rí lábẹ́ comment. Àmọ́ ohun tí mo mú wá fún wa, tí mo fẹ́ pè fún wa, mo fẹ́ ká fara balẹ̀ kí a jọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nú ẹ̀. Ká jọ gbọ́ ohun tó wà nú ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́? Ẹ sì mọ́ gbàgbé láti bá mi pín ètò yìí kó lọ dáadáa, kó lọ kan àwọn èèyàn, àwọn olólùfẹ́ BMI TV la, kí wọ́n tó wá gbọ́ ohun tá a tún mú wá lásìkò yìí. Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́? Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ má bá wa ká lọ. Ẹ sì mọ́ gbàgbé láti bá wa subscribe tó YouTube channel wa BMI TV Show. Òun lórúkọ YouTube channel wa. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ má bá wa ká lọ.
Good day, my people. You're welcome to today's political discussion. We are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, Nigerians are saying that Abacha is better than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, Nigerians are comparing the military rule of Abacha to the civilian rule of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you go around you, look at people around you, look at the statements coming from their mouth. Now go to the newspaper stands, go on social media, and look at what Nigerians are saying about the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There are three groups of people. Now the first group of people are saying that Abacha's government is far, far better than Tinubu's government. Now the second group of people are saying that there are similarities between a military dictatorship of Abacha to that of Tinubu, saying that what Abacha did is the same thing that Tinubu is doing. Now, the other group of people that are saying that Abacha is better than Tinubu, they are talking from emotions. Tinubu fought for democracy. Tinubu was part of Nadeco. Now, do not take Tinubu out of Nadeco. So many people fought for democracy. Tinubu does not represent Nadeco. So, if Peter Obi is saying that Nadeco activists, they are worse than Abacha, the dictator. So they are defending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, maybe because of political affiliation or because of what they believe is the truth. Now let's look at it critically without emotions. I am not here, I'm not an APC, I'm not interested party. Let's look at the facts. But before we look at the facts, Northern Nigeria had said that it would have been better Abacha were to be alive. He will have stopped these Nadeco activists that are in power now, because they believe that during Abacha era, Nigerians did not suffer. Note, Nigerians did not suffer the way they are suffering. Now let me come in. You see, Abacha and Tinubu. Abacha was a dictator. No justice, no rule of law, no press freedom. Now he killed people that opposed him. That is a military administration. When you look at it, military administration, these are the things we expect. Take Abacha away. These are the things we expect from a military junta or military administration. Military government, you cannot oppose the government. If I am the one that was a military head of state, I will do the same because it is military. Now, comparing the military to the civilian regime is something also, because the civilian regime should not have anything in resemblance to the military regime. Comparing Abacha and Tinubu, my brother, it is too bad, too bad. If a civilian regime has anything in resemblance with a military regime, my brother, we are not practicing democracy. Now let me ask you a question. In Nigeria today, are we practicing democracy? I know people address issues with emotions, tribe, party affiliation. That is the way they analyze their issues. Let's look at it critically. Should you compare a military regime with a civilian regime? Now, civilian regime or a democratic system of government, we call it government of the people, by the people, from the people, and for the people. Let me ask you this question. Are we practicing democracy in Nigeria today? If you want to tell yourself the truth, if you lie to yourself or lie to other people, are we practicing democracy? If you can answer that question, that means the kind of system you're practicing today is worse. I'm telling you. Now, Northern Nigeria is saying, before I go to P2P, Northern Nigeria is saying that they are shocked that Tinubu said he fought for democracy. He was part of Nadeko. Some Yoruba leaders said that the reason why Tinubu joined Nadeko is because Abacha did not give him appointment. Tinubu begged for appointment, begged for relevance under Abacha's administration, according to some Yoruba leaders. I know why I said Yoruba leaders. That is why he joined Nadeko. Because if I want to look at it critically, I was around during the Abacha regime. I was born in 1986, so I'm not a small kid. So I'm not Gen Z that they just born yesterday and tomorrow. So when you look at what happened to the Abacha, the difference between Abacha personally and Tinubu is that if you oppose Abacha, they will kill you. You need to run out of the country. Like any little thing, there's no opposition. Don't even try to look like opposition. That is understandable because it is a military administration. As if we have Abacha, a civilian regime, and you have Tinubu, you cannot compare the two. It is reasonable to compare a civilian regime with a military administration. So in my respect, if you look at human rights today, since APC got into power, we don't have civil society organization. Hello, since APC got into power, we don't have civil society organizations. They just disappeared like that. They just disappeared. The civilian government of the day, they have the way they play the politics of shutting down opposition. Now you know smart, now you know intelligent, now you they do like Munu, where you don't say the civilian regime of the APC, starting from Buhari, they engaged opposition. Let's not even start from Buhari. All the civilian regime, starting from Obasanjo, the freedom of speech was limited. We are not practicing full democracy. So the democracy that the Nadeko fought for is not the democracy we are practicing. So it is safe to say that those that fought for democracy, they did not really live or bring into reality the democracy that they fought for when they were given the opportunity to lead the country. Yes, to lead the country. I'm not talking about Tinubu. I'm talking about the democracy we are practicing in Nigeria. So you are not practicing democracy. Government of the people, by the people, for now. If you want to vote for elections, the people we are talking about, is it the voters or the politicians or the political class or the ruling class? The people is the ruling class. So the democracy of even some of these people that are defending the APC and Tinubu, they have once said that we are not practicing democracy. So if you are not practicing democracy, what are you practicing? No democratic government should be compared to any military government. Once they start comparing you to military government and there are points to back the facts, that means that the democracy is trash. So for Nigerians to start comparing Tinubu's government to Abacha, some people say don't like all these Gen Z, you're not there doing Abacha, blah blah blah. No one. It has to be different. In fact, Abacha has to be the worst. Anybody that compare Tinubu to, if we start comparing Tinubu to Abacha, that is sacrilege. What am I saying? Tinubu's government does not show sign of democracy. Personally, there's no justice, there's no rule of law. Personally, what I've seen. Now they are telling you to hold your local government accountable. The government will say, hold your governors accountable. Some people, if you are arguing with them with politics, they tell you, hold your government accountable. You yourself go and try and hold your local government chairman accountable. When the local government chairman uses his connection and deal with you, you know that there's no justice in Nigeria. Justice is for sale. Justice is for those that have money. When they find one way, package allegation put on your head. When you reach court, now for Creek Street, a president, a government that is asking people to hold their governments accountable when there is no rule of law, when there is no justice, what do you call that kind of presidency? In fact, we need to move forward as a country that we should not look like the military regime of the past. But when you start looking like the military regime of the past, then there is a problem. There's an issue.
Big problem.
When it comes to injustice, Abacha had injustice. Tinubu, is there injustice under Tinubu's administration? I know you will start with the argument that not only Tinubu, but we are talking about Tinubu Abi. There's no justice. If there's no justice under Obasanjo, we agree. No justice under Yoruba, we agree. No justice under Bayin, we agree. But let's still agree there's no justice under Tinubu. The reason why I'm supporting Tinubu is because of his structure. I have told you that this administration does not have the capacity to give you good governance. This is 3 years. Subsidy removed. The deal they promised that they will fix the refineries. Now, did they fix the refineries? Did they fix the refineries? We are having oil boom. Price of crude oil is on the high. We have a lot of money. But the president wants to borrow, is it $5 billion or $6 billion? You remove subsidy on electricity removed. We are saving money to build critical infrastructures. We had Shopee. We had the one that Buhari did. I think Otiwa was sharing. What is Tinubu's administration doing? CNG. Does that CNG now directly reflect on Nigerians positively? The monies we have been removed for subsidy, they tell you that we are increasing allocation to governors. Now, do you know, before you remove that subsidy, you know the kind of story you're practicing. You can't only give this TV governors. Why not use the money to fix our refineries? This Iran war and US war happening, it affects everybody. But we as a crude oil producing nation, it shouldn't affect us the way it is affecting us. There should be no subsidy within 3 months of this crisis to ameliorate the suffering of the Nigerian people. Tell me about the speak English. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. See that English word joy. Now look at the auntie at Jos. He went to the airport. I sat down and looked at it. Thank God I saw people that are supporting APC. I saw them. Most of them said his outing was too bad. If I now come and say his outing was bad, you say this Obi boy. You know that Obi will never be president. See, I'm obedient. Obi will never ever be president of Nigeria. Will never. I'm telling myself. But you see, if Obi is saying that Tinubu's government is worse in terms of practice than that of Abacha. Okay, let's look at emotions. Okay, Obi is trying to divide, blah blah blah. That is what the military will say. When they start criticizing Abacha will say that he wants to divide, you are trying to cause chaos. What is the difference? Because some people, I look at some statements reacting to what Peter Obi said. We are not supposed to Peter Obi. maybe is trying to cause emotional chaos among Nigerian people. He's trying to put vision, blah blah blah. That is the same way the military junta addressed critics. So what is the difference? So people cannot criticize the government. And that the useless politics. When you criticize government, they say you are trying to cause anarchy, cause chaos. You don't like your country. All those persons will say, if you don't like your country, the country will not work for you. Oshi. Oshi. That's Oshi. That's what they're doing. So, if you want, see, there's one thing they call truth. Truth is better than your anointing or your status in society. The truth. The truth has no respect for anybody. The truth has no respect for tribe. The truth has no respect for religion. The truth has no respect for status. I talk about truth, not facts. The truth has no respect of your position. Maybe somebody is a devil, but because he's a devil, we should not say the truth. Because you are a devil, you should not say the truth. The truth is bitter. I'm telling you. So the truth here is that let's compare Tinubu's administration with Abacha. Well, I'm finding it difficult. I don't want to compare because you shouldn't even compare. You should compare two civilian regimes together. When you start comparing H1 with viper snakes, that means that H1, well, you shouldn't. It is an aberration to compare the civilian regime. No, it shouldn't be in the same category. But when they start putting them in the same category, that means there's something that is wrong. So let me just look at it and try my possible best to compare Tinubu's administration to that of Abacha. I was very young during Abacha days. Yes. Now when you look at all the Madeco people that have taken over power now, when you look at freedom of speech today, you know, if you want to protest, there's a psychological way that these politicians have dealt with us that you cannot go out and protest. Why? They have put fear in you because there's no reason of war. People are being killed. Imagine, yeah, computer video, they collect your card, they steal from you. Bribery, collect, police will mount road block and be collecting money till this moment. Collecting money. You cannot stand up and fight your right. They will harass you, put allegations on you, take you to station. These things, when they repeat themselves. Now people are not accustomed to that kind of injustice. They find it difficult to come out because the politicians have carefully used all these little things to put the people in check. The difference between them and the military is that the military, there and there, sharp, they will treat your fuck up if you oppose them. They will treat your fuck up if you oppose them. But this civilian regime, for instance, during the military regime, soldiers were expected. Then now, you owe you money. Let's pay money. You believe soldier. It's not the jurisdiction of the soldier. Soldiers be getting involved in criminal activities under civilian regime. Police oppress under civilian regime. Soldier oppress under civilian regime. Navy oppress. Oppression left and center. Now that police will tell you say bail is free, but everybody knows. You can see how they have the condition, and that is a worst form of conditioning, oppression. But the condition, big man, poor man, everybody knows say bail is not free. You go to station, even for you to call police to arrest person, most of the time you give them money. You don't even need evidence for this. People that are watching me doing party, they some of them have expressed this. If they arrest you today, you won't bail yourself. 30,000, they say bail is free. 30,000 upwards. Most of the time, maybe I don't know. Some of us, we are getting involved in some of these things, and they score exorbitant amounts of money. But they say bail is free. Is there justice? In a democracy, there's no justice. There's no. You cannot fight for your right. Some people say that P2P will not be expressing himself. If you are in a military regime, it is normal now. He should not be able to express himself in a military regime. Of course, then he should be able to express himself in a civilian regime. So what is the logic there? Okay, they are saying that Tinubu. I'm giving examples of how you are not even supposed to even compare a civilian regime to a military regime in the first place. Now look at the north today. A northern professor said, why is it that Tinubu's administration is only prosecuting local politicians? When you look at the APC convention, maybe like say angel of the Lord and the God carrying a judgment throne called APC convention. What EFCC is looking for up and down, they are looking for people. They are in the APC convention. If EFCC start with the APC, they will do case tire. But they will not do so. They are wanting to look at the body language of the president. Those that are for the president, that are not for the president. We all know this. Not only Tinubu's administration does it. Tinubu, they are expecting people to come and put things in order. But he's joining them to do the same thing. So why do you want to ask, what are you defending? What are you defending? We are even thinking of moving forward. We have an administration. Do you know people that were arrested for what? Nigerians, most Nigerians, they are dull, they are too dull. That's why you don't understand why Tinubu's regime has some resemblance with a military dictatorship. Look at the Senate, look at the judiciary, look at INEC, look at our elections. Nothing looks like democracy. Nigeria is, look at the economy under Abacha and look at the economy under Tinubu. Abacha is a military regime, so expect it. Tinubu is a civilian regime, so you don't expect any form of intimidation in a civilian regime. But when you start seeing intimidation in a civilian regime, that means it is resembling a military. If it's a military, now we understand. But it's a civilian, we are having some attributes of a military junta. One party system. Abacha, 5 political parties endorsed him. People are talking about tribe. We are not talking about tribe. I've said it, this system cannot work. Tinubu cannot give you good governance. Whether you like it or you must like it. Maybe your definition of good governance is different from my own definition. But when the good governance I know about, this corrupt system cannot afford it. They just give you paper, they just give you cement, you start using shashabi stuff. They will build road. Governor will go do canopy, say build road. Governor will go build canopy, say build road. And we have people that went to school and have PhD. To hell. So as I'm looking at, as I'm saying, to be factual and tell you the truth. I won't compare Tinubu's admission to Tinubu's admission, but Tinubu is not practicing democracy that he fought for. He's not practicing the democracy that he fought for. If you know Nigeria, so that we can start practicing democracy among ourselves or practice our own system ourselves.
Ẹ̀yin yẹn wá ohun tí mo mú wá fún wa náà ju nígbà náà lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ gbọ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ gbà ẹ bá fẹ́ jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn mọ́tà tẹ́ bá wa pín ètò náà ọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa káwọn èèyàn wa kó tó wá rí nǹkan tá a tún mú wa. Mo lérò pé ohun tó mú wá fún wa ẹ̀kọ́ kan àìméjì yìí níbẹ̀ ẹni náà gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ nípa Abacha mo lérò pé ẹ̀kọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ nípa bàbá Tinubu ìjẹ́ bí wọ́n ti sọ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló rí tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká rí lábẹ́ kọ́mẹ̀ntì tí kò bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ jẹ́ ká tún rí lábẹ́ kọ́mẹ̀ntì bákan náà ẹ sì kàn ní ó kọ́ mi yín padà ibi ẹ̀mẹ́lẹ́ ìtàn tí wọ́n mọ̀ sí bí ẹ̀mí TV show ló ń kí gbogbo wa ó dàbọ̀.